Everybody, Dean Young, the inspection company. Hope everybody's doing well. Pretty good day today. So yesterday the board sent out some stuff about a survey. They're always taking surveys and stuff for inspectors, and I did post that. And I seen the comments and so forth. But you got to understand, there's only about 1,900 home inspectors in North Carolina, and they're not all full-time, all day, every day home inspectors. There's a lot of part-time inspectors. There's a lot of them that just do their CE and pay their yearly fee just to keep a hold of their license, to maintain their license. Not everyone is doing home inspections. Same thing with real estate agents. There's probably over 60,000 realtors in the state of North Carolina, and there's a lot of them that do part-time, that work other jobs. There's some that just do their CE and pay their fees to hold on to their license. So it's not, so those numbers last night, I think, were, you could say they're pretty accurate. A lot of people were waiving inspections left and right. I spoke to a ton of agents. Their clients did not want to do a home inspection. That was the big thing last year. That's why they were doing the walk and talk, and they had the big thing going on with the walk and talk inspections, and the state got involved, and because people were waiving inspections. So I think those numbers are pretty accurate. And another thing is, what was it? Drew a mind blank. Age. So, again, you've got about 1,900. It fluctuates every year. It goes down to like 1,500 inspectors, and it goes up to 1,900, and back down and up and down. Because a lot of guys think that this is an easy job, and when they get their license, they find out how hard it is to get work. And the board also had a comment section on the survey for any comments from inspectors, and they posted those comments in that, but they did not show any names. And some of the comments were really interesting. There was an inspector saying that he did not like that a lot of agents are choosing new inspectors that don't have the experience, because they're not calling out, and they're not as seasoned to call out things that are of concern just to get the deal to go through. That there's agents using those kind of inspectors. There may be, there may be not, I don't know. There was other ones complaining that I guess maybe they don't know how to market. I don't know, but there was one complaining that realtors kind of hold the thing on referring inspectors. They shouldn't have that leverage to say whether you're a good inspector, bad inspector, I recommend this inspector or not. I mean, I appreciate a referral. They're great. I love them. I get a lot of referrals. They're great. I think the majority of the agents that I've spoken to, that I've dealt with, they will have a list of inspectors, and of course in their mind they're going to have their favorite, but they're going to give that list to the potential buyer and let them decide, or they're just going to ask the buyer to go on their own and decide who they would want to choose. I don't know that the realtor really has a hold on it. I think a lot of people misinterpret and think that because you're a home inspector, you're inspecting homes, and realtors are the ones that are doing the listings and the buyers and the agents and getting finding people and using people and stuff like that. Realtors are there just to guide the buyers and the sellers, and a lot of times the clients the sellers and the buyers are going to rely on the agent's experience with who they've used. And I think a lot of home inspectors may think, well, they're just using that inspector because he's not calling out big stuff and this just for the deal to go through. And I don't know, because I think eventually that's going to catch up with the realtor. People are going to complain about that realtor referred this inspector, and eventually it's going to come back to bite them. I think there's a lot of liability in that. I can't see an agent want to do that on purpose. Yeah, there are agents that say we're deal killers and we kill the deal and stuff like that. No, we don't kill the deals. We don't. The house does it. We write the obituary pretty much. So I don't think that agents have that big of a grasp on inspectors. There are some agents that are really hard to deal with, and I know myself, and I'm very vocal about everything, and I just like to throw things out there for people because I like to educate people. But people know that I like what I do, and I sincerely care, even though I don't know the people, I've never met them, but I sincerely care about the person purchasing the house and the outcome and the end and the part of home ownership and just that experience of owning a home. And I want them to have an enjoyable experience, to know the condition of the home, of course, at the time and date of inspection, because things can come up and then they call you and complain and all that stuff. But I think that should go for the realtor as well. I understand that we're here to make money, but I think you should put your client first before the money. Everybody knows I'm a believer, and some of my actions, people probably think, you're a Christian. You're not a Christian. But anyway, I think realtors should put their heart in there with their buyer and be compassionate with them and want to help them all the way through the whole home buying and selling process, because this is one of the biggest investments people make in a lifetime, and you want to make sure that client is well taken care of and that you do get a referral. Referrals are great. Real estate, home inspections it's a referral business. I mean, you go off referrals, and that's great. But you start doing this just for the money, just because you want the deal to close. That's the wrong reason to be in this business. It's not all about making the money. There is good money in real estate, of course, but just don't let the money and get greedy. Don't let that get in your way. I've seen it by multiple agents, and I don't like to work with those agents, or I'll maybe say something that maybe detour them from wanting to use me again on purpose, because I'm not going to work with somebody and be involved with somebody that's just worried about closing the deal. I don't care about that side of it. I want the home buyer to be educated on what they're buying, and the alternatives they have, and hopefully their agent can steer them in the right direction with the proper contractors and get the proper and further evaluations and all that good stuff with mortgage lenders and vendors and so forth. We're working with the public, we're working with all walks of life, and there's some people that are really hard, really hard, like really hard to deal with. Sometimes you got to bite your tongue, but sometimes you can only be nice and be human for so long before you just have to part ways. Sometimes you can part ways and it's very seamless, and sometimes it's a little hard, and words are exchanged and reputations are put on the line, and people want to cancel you and do some BS reviews and stuff like that. So, world of technology and social media. So there's always two sides. Just remember that. There's always two sides. But anyway, we're doing well. The end of next week, we are heading to Puerto Rico. Our numbers are pretty good on track for this month, and if we would have stayed, if we would be here the week that we're going to be in Puerto Rico, we would exceed last year and the year before on our numbers. But God has blessed us, just tremendously blessed us, and we're actually booked. We're actually booked out. We've got inspections for when we come back, Monday the 30th and Tuesday the 31st. Both days, but I'm not sure if they're morning or afternoon or vice versa. But there is a spot on that Monday and Tuesday, either morning or afternoon. But I know we've got something on those days, but I'm not sure if it's morning or afternoon. And then we're going into February. So yeah, worked last Saturday to pick up an extra inspection for the month, and then I helped a friend of mine do a pre-drywall inspection last weekend. A little bit more money to take to Puerto Rico, and then we're going to be gone from the 20th until the 29th. I'm actually doing an inspection, post-construction inspection on the morning of the 20th. It just came up today. They purchased our bundle. He actually done a pre-drywall, and now he's doing post, and then we're going to do 11th month in 11 months. So he went ahead and paid for the full bundle inspection. He was going to do it last time, and he didn't. He said he'd give us a call back and take care of that when he was ready for his post. So that's done, and yeah, we're actually booked out 2 weeks ahead of time, which is unusual for January. Like I said, we've been very blessed, very fortunate. We love the agents we work with. You're all great. I wish I could do a lot more for you, but you know, there are limitations to what we can do as far as all the ethics and stuff like that. And but I do greatly appreciate you guys 1,000%. You guys refer home inspectors and other vendors all the time. It's not that much that we have the opportunity to meet with people to refer you guys, but it does happen from time to time, and it's so hard to refer. I work with so many great agents. I just kind of go off personality and kind of maybe what I think would be best fit. So nothing against anybody if you don't get the referral, but I'll give them multiple people with maybe in a certain area, a certain personality that I think would work well with them. Everybody's different. There may be an agent that uses me on a regular basis or refers me on a regular basis that may refer another inspector because my personality is different than the buyer. Maybe they want somebody that fits more of the personality. I get it 1,000%. I'm not offended. I'm not throwing a tantrum. I'm appreciative of anything that I get, any referrals that I get. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get in here, 336-989-8185, hometechnc.com. You can schedule online. Again, we're going to be out. We're leaving the 20th, which is on a Friday. 21st would be Saturday. So the 23rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So the week of the 23rd, I guess, we're leaving the 20th, and we'll be gone the week of the 23rd. And you can still schedule online if you want to do it for the following week when we get back. You can do that. But anyway, guys, peace.